Happy Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day. And good morning, everybody. It is all about how to raise a fabulous family. How to raise a fabulous family. But today, it's going to be a special salute to our veterans. A special salute to our veterans. And, I'm talking about my book all week long and next week as well. How to Raise a Fabulous Family. And as you can see, I got my uniform on today because one chapter in my book is dedicated to military families. One chapter in my book is dedicated to military families. So, guess what? I decided, you know what? I'm going to dedicate today's manna to military families. And I'm going to give God praise for my service of 21 and a half years. And guess what? Thank God I can still get in it. How about that? I am more tickled than you may think to be able to still get in this uniform. God bless you, Lord. I just give you praise, glory, and honor. I got something to give him praise for, if nothing else. After these number of years, I can still get in this uniform. I'm feeling pretty good this morning, y'all. Trust the brother. I'm feeling pretty good this morning because here I am, 21 and a half years, served in the military, Air Force chaplain, retired lieutenant colonel, and man, I'm so thankful. But more than that, I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my family. And in this book, Familyish, How to Raise a Fabulous Family, there's a chapter dedicated to every family, every type of family. And of course, I wrote a chapter on military families, So that's what I'm going to talk about this morning. So I want you to hang in there with me. I'm going to give you the text, I'm going to give you the talk, and I'm going to give you the takeaway. And but before I get into that, I just want to just say to all of our vets, man, we are so thankful and grateful for all that you have done and all the sacrifice and the service. And for those who did not come home and those who are still serving, we just pray for you that you'll continue to be able to serve. And, that's one of the reasons why when I wrote this book, and I am so proud of this book. This book is 5 years in the making. It is, I like to say, it's one of my best books. I really feel that way. It's not gaslighting myself. It's well researched. I really want you to get it. Put your email address in the chat area. Put your email address in the chat area because tomorrow I'm going to be drawing names from the email addresses, and I'm going to send you a free copy of this book. Next week, I'm going to do the very same thing. Share this, man. Don't keep it to yourself. And remember, it's how to raise a fabulous family. Familyish is what I call it. And there are 5 covenant principles to that. And today, I'm going to be dealing with intentionality, how to be intentional. So to that end, let me give you the text, and then I'm going to read a little bit of the book. It's going to be a little bit longer than typical of my morning manner. Hang in there with me. I believe it's going to bless you. And again, I just want to thank God that I can still get in this uniform. What you think, y'all? How about that? After all these years, Hey, here's the text. The text is Proverbs 21 and 5. Proverbs 21 and 5. And it says this: careful planning puts you ahead in the long run. Hurry and scurry puts you further behind. That's the Message Bible. Careful planning puts you ahead in the long run, but hurry and scurry puts you further behind. How to raise a fabulous family. The military family is what we want to talk about this morning. And this morning, I'm going to look at principle number 2, intentionality. Intentionality. There's 5 principles in the book that I talk about. Intentionality. Let me share my story with you. Hang in there with me. There's 3 things I want to share with respect to intentionality. The first one is this. My first child, Mahogany Nicole Dudley Finley, was born while I was deployed. I was deployed to Republic of Korea on a remote assignment, and I moved my family to Hampton, Virginia. First Lady had no idea where she was. I literally moved her there in an apartment and literally left within weeks. She had no clue other than she was pregnant. Yeah, she was pregnant. And I was supposed to get home and be with her so that she could deliver the baby 6 months halfway my remote assignment. I could come home. Well, guess what? Mahogany came early. She's always been impatient. Mahogany came early, and she had to have that child, our first child, by herself. Her first child by herself, not knowing anybody. Intentionality. First Lady had to be intentional. She had to be intentional about meeting neighbors. She had to be intentional about going to the base. She had to be intentional about everything she did in order to make it. Well, Mahogany came into the world. I was on the phone when that happened, but it did not come as a result of me. It came a result of First Lady being intentional. A military family has to be intentional. Here's the second thing that I want to share. The second thing is this. My son, my only son, was born and had several things going on, and he had an strangulated hernia while I was deployed, and he almost died. He was literally dying in her arms in the emergency room at Moody Air Force Base, literally dying in her arms. She had to be intentional. I was deployed. I wasn't there. I was in Saudi Arabia at the time. And has she not been intentional about pressing her way in? Look at my son. Because many times military families don't get the same attention if that military member is not there, and especially depending on that rank of that person. Well, First Lady was intentional. She was very intentional about it. And a physician who had just PCS'd in saw her intentionality, grabbed my son's chart, saw that his hernia was strangulated and he was literally dying in her arms. Well, you already know, God bless. My son is a powerful minister now. He's a young adult pastor of our church. But that didn't happen unless First Lady was intentional. Intentional. One of the principles that I teach in the book. The third thing is this. You already know, it's another family event. Here I was at a retreat with my boss and generals and all of that at an exclusive retreat. And guess what? My daughter broke her arm. She broke her arm. I mean, my God, what dad doesn't want to be there when his little precious baby girl breaks her arm? First Lady had to jump in again. She had to be intentional. She couldn't sit back. She couldn't say, oh, well, what is going on? This is terrible, all of that. She had to be intentional. Military families have to be intentional. And guess what? So does your family have to be intentional. What's your takeaway this morning? Here's your takeaway. Your takeaway is this. Salute a veteran, but also remember to salute the family. And I thank God. I thank God for my family because they served with me. And every vet has a family that's serving with them as well. So don't forget to salute them as well as the military member. And I was going to read you some of my book from the military families in chapter 9. And let me just read a little bit and then we're going to close it out. Sure, military families, they are unique. They struggle with the same normal families do, such as making ends meet, arguing with spouses, and disciplining unruly children. But with tension rising among the countries against the United States, military families undergo altogether unique stressors. Military members feel the strain of increased deployments to the Middle East, the struggle to cope that mounts. The annual Blue Star Families Military Lifestyle Survey says that the top 5 things that they really struggle with: retirement benefits, financial security, job security, employment prospects for spouses when they go to different bases. The stresses are unending, and they are rough on a military family. And I think about how faithful my family has been and is now through my service. So today, salute a military family. I didn't get here by myself, and I'm not here by myself now. It requires the strength of a strong family, and military families are the strongest. Hey, get my book. It's going to help you not only with military families, but all types of families. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. And I thank God I can still get in this uniform. You guys have a great day. Happy Veterans Day. Share the manna. Bye now.